a surprise improv. No, my friend, it is reggae music today. So, actually playing it through the digital TV station, which I hooked up, obviously, for surround sound through the stereo. Use bourbon barrels. Interesting. You got to get the. I haven't gotten this year's Brooklyn Black Chocolate Stout Bomb. The one I got was actually the one I had cellar from last year, which was really good, of course. But I'll definitely look to get one this year as well. So, and then whiskey brought up the bourbon casks being used because they're used once for bourbon. So, tacos, no tacos. Welcome, Swami. Actually, making some beer chili for later for dinner. 54 and cloudy down there in Texas, so that might be cloudy before the storm comes in, I guess. Drunken one. Yeah, I decided to make some beer chili during my lunch hour here at the house before I get back on there and start working again. So it looks like we're all brown here. Give me 1 second, and I'm gonna go ahead and drain this baby. Get all this extra. Here's the ground beef. although I don't drain the beans, I do drain the corn some, because I'm going to have too much liquid once I add the beer in there. So I'll take some of the corn out of it. We'll get the corn in there. And then the last thing I'll open from a can is I'm actually going to put in a can of tomato paste. Spoon for this one. So the fun thing about listening to some of the reggae songs is you spend half time trying to figure out what's being said. It's like a trivia of music. Alright, so we got tomato paste in there. A little wipe down. So now I'm going to look to put some of the spices in. That's like your typical little packaged spice, but then I add some of my little secret stuff as well. This, a little bit of that. All right. So we've got all the spices in there. We got the beef, we got the corn, we got the beans, we got everything except one thing. And what would that one thing be? You can't have beer chili without beer. So for beer chili, I usually use lagers, and one that I actually picked up that actually tends to go well when I make the beer chili is the honey brown. So this is one inexpensive. I think it's almost like $2 a can, $1.70, something like that or whatever. But you have that nice extra richness with it. You have that honey in there, so it brings out some sweetness in the chili as well. So that's why I actually use this lager here. For me, I'm going to put in about half the can. Then after that, it's a matter of giving a little bit of a stir to get everything down in it.
Download the free Stingray Music mobile app.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then we're gonna put that baby on cook time, 4 hours on high. Take the lid, pop the lid on top of that son of a gun. See if I get the camera here. And then we're gonna let that baby cook through and do its job. Now, usually when it gets done, I'm trying to get the camera readjusted, I like to look at maybe something like sour cream on top with some cheese. Some of the shredded cheese works well with it. Put some crackers. You can actually take it. You can put it over some pasta if you like as well. I've done it over some rice and stuff too, but it blends together very nicely. But that is me making some beer chili for later on. Thanks for everybody that stopped in. Hopefully you have a little fun and like what you saw. And if so, remember to hit that like button, of course. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel if it's your first time actually swinging by and seeing something here. This is just something a little bit different, and I look forward to catching you guys next time. And when it gets done, I'll try to get a picture of what it actually looks like when it's finished, and then probably put that up as the thumbnail to the video. That all being said, look forward to catching you guys later. Keep drinking those good craft beers, even though I'm not drinking right now. I gotta say, that's, it's one of the taglines. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on, and don't forget to actually start looking at maybe ways you can use maybe beer. Maybe some of the whiskey guys, where you're using stuff in food as well. There's different things that you're seeing out there being done by a lot of restaurants and chefs. So have some fun and experiment. Thanks everybody, and cheers to you all. I look forward to catching you guys next time. If I can turn this thing off somehow. All right, we're out.